What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tahirah Ahshah, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am going to be giving you some tips and some tricks on how to increase your earnings on the Spark Driver app. If you've been rocking with me for some time now, then you know that I have been delivering part-time for Spark, I would say a little over a year now. So I am kind of knowledgeable and well-versed with how the app operates and what are some things that you can do to help to increase your earnings. And so I am going to be sharing those tips and those tricks with you today. Let's jump right into it. But of course, before we get into the video, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if it helps you in any way. I know my Spark videos get the most questions and comments. So of course, if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. Make sure that you review 2 of my previous videos. I did just like a general overview of what I thought about the Spark app when I first started. So that would have been uploaded sometime last year. And then I did a video on how to transfer your funds from the Spark app to the Branch app, and the Branch app is how you get paid through Spark. Okay, hopefully if you have any questions about either of those, then make sure you review those videos first and then come back and watch this one. But let's get right into the video. Okay, so jumping right into the video, the one thing that I do want to remind you, if you are a Spark driver, then you already know this, but if you think about this as I give you these tips and tricks, these will make a lot more sense, okay? So please remember, Spark driver, that you do not get paid by the hour, you get paid by the trip. So that means that in order for you to get the most amount of money, you have to make the most amount of your time. So that means that your strategy should be low miles and high earnings, okay? Low miles and high earnings. But let's get right into the tips. Just keep that in mind as I go through these tips. Okay, so my first and foremost tip, okay, would be deliver in a suburban area. Now, I do have experience in suburban areas and I have experience in city areas. And I would say by far, the suburban area is the best area that you want to live in, okay? So, and kind of like key in understanding if you're in a suburban or a city area, see how many Walmarts that area has, right? So if you're in like a city area, then your zone will probably have at least 3 to 5 different Walmarts. So that means that you're in a city area. A suburban area will probably have only about 1 to 2 Walmarts, okay? Because suburban areas are known to give better tips, okay? So people who live in suburban areas, they tip a lot better. Believe me, I'm not lying about this, okay? Like I said, I have delivered in both areas, and believe me, suburban residents are known to tip better. And the associates in the suburban area, so I'm talking about like the Walmart store associates, they are quicker with getting those orders, picked and, processed and all of that stuff and into your car, and they're way more sufficient. Because if you're delivering in a city area, then you will kind of start to see that you're spending more and more time at the Walmart store than you are actually delivering the orders to the residents, okay? So keep that in mind. Deliver in a suburban area. And I love the fact now that Spark allows you to change your zone within the app. So if you go to like the settings and it says your zone, I think at the top or something, it'll say change your zone. And then you can see all of the different areas that are close to you that have Spark delivery. And then it also tells you the amount of Walmarts that are in that particular zone. Boom. So that's tip number 1. So tip number 2 is to look at the number of items that is in an order. Look at the number of miles that you will be driving. Look at the apartment number in the order, and look at the type of items in an order before you accept that order. The reason I say this is because you will see let's say you have two different offers, okay? One offer is like $13, and it says like 40 items with like 7 miles, okay? The other offer says 10 items, okay? So it's way less items. It's only 2 miles from, I guess, the Walmart store, and it's $15, right? So your mind is going to say, oh, I'm going to accept that. You know, it's less items, it's less miles, and it's more money. However, those 10 items could very well be 4 42 counts of bottled water, and then 6 12-pack sodas, right? And then they could very well live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building. So you are taking pretty much 8 to 10 trips up and down those stairs because they live on the 3rd floor. Now, is it worth it? Or would you rather drive a little further, get $2 less, and then those 40 items could be bags of chips or something like that, like something really, really lightweight that you don't really have to put a lot of energy into delivering, right? So that's why I say that you want to look at that, because your time and your energy is really, really important when delivering with Spark. You don't want to wipe yourself out as soon as you get out there, because then you're going to be ready to go home. And whereas you could be driving further in this example, the amount of time it takes you to go up and down 3 flights of stairs, you could have already driven to the other house, delivered it, and on your way to pick up another order from Walmart. So that's how you have to think about it, okay? So tip number 3, this is a really good one, y'all. So have you ever gotten to Walmart and the order wasn't ready, right? So you're sitting there for hours and hours and hours and hours waiting on, now I'm exaggerating, y'all. No one should be waiting at Walmart for 4 hours. But I have waited at Walmart for over an hour for a particular order until I got hip, okay? Let's say that if you get there, you click arrive, and the store associate's like, hey, we're well behind. It could be over an hour of you waiting here because your order isn't ready yet. You can click cancel this order, and for the excuse, you could put order not ready. And Spark knows this because in the Spark app, you can see it's going to say still getting ready, right? So Spark, the thing about it is, if you click order not ready, Spark will still give you a couple of dollars. Now, it's not going to be the full amount of the order. It's probably not even going to be like $5, but it'll be like $2, $3, $4 or whatever. But you still got something for showing up. The thing is, when the order comes back into the queue, it's going to be worth more. So you have to decide, do you want to accept this order again, knowing that you have to wait? Or do you want to just take your $3 and accept another order? Okay. And then I guess this is like a 2-in-1, because let's say that if you're waiting for an order for over an hour, you can also click order like wait time too long. And then depending on how much time you've been waiting there, I have gotten, I would say like the most that I've gotten was about $10 off of a wait time too long cancellation. But that's only after I've been waiting there for at least like 30 to 45 minutes. So you just have to balance that out, right? So that is a way that you can still get money from an order that's not ready, or an order that you've been waiting entirely too long for. And again, the same as with the order not ready, a wait too long order will come back into the queue, and 9 times out of 10, it will be worth more than the original offer. So again, you have the option to go ahead and choose that offer, or to go to another store. And I get, this is like a 3-in-1, y'all, because this is another tip. Okay, so let's say like you're done with an order, or you just turned on Spark Now or whatever, and then you see a flood of offers. If the majority of those offers are from one particular store, 9 times out of 10, that store is behind. So that means you will be waiting a long time for that order, okay? That 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what that means. So you could see $30 orders, $26 orders, $15 orders, yada, yada, yada. And then you'll see an order from another store that's only worth about 10 to 12 bucks. If I was you, I would go ahead and accept that order, because 9 times out of 10, if you go to the other store, you're going to be waiting a long time. So again, if you're in an area, or if you're in a zone that has more than one Walmart, and one of those Walmarts have like 7, 8 orders coming in at once, that means that store is behind, and I highly recommend that you go to another store to pick up. So that was like 3 gems in one, okay? So make sure you write that down. And yes, I do have these written down, y'all, or typed up. Oh, boom, tip number 4. So when you are doing incentives, okay, so we all know that Spark dishes out, bonus or incentive programs almost weekly. So during those incentive periods, do not accept batch orders. Now, I'm not talking about like the 2 batch orders. I'm talking about those 8 to 10 to 12 order batches. You do not want to accept them orders, because Spark is only going to count 1 trip. Okay, so after you complete 10 to 12 batch deliveries in that 1 batch, you only get counted for 1 completion. Okay, so that means when you have an incentive of like complete 6 orders today, and Spark will give you an extra $50 or something like that, after you complete, you may think that, oh, I'm about to qualify for all of my incentives today, because this is 12 orders and I only need to complete 6 to get the incentive. No, Spark is only going to count that 1 delivery, okay? So a batch order is counted as 1 trip, okay? A batch order is counted as 1 trip. So the way that you maximize your earnings is you let somebody else get that 12 order batch. And now mind you, it may seem tempting, because those 12 orders be like $60, okay? But you have to think, okay, I could do, 6 more trips, get way more money than $60. And then plus I'll get that $50 incentive. So that's how you have to look at it, okay? Do not accept batch orders during incentives, because they don't count. They only count as 1, okay? They only count as 1 trip. Okay, last but not least, tip number 5. So if you are more than likely, if you are in a city area, let's say that if you are in a zone that has a lot of drivers, okay, and a slow store, your best way to maximize your earnings is to do those large batch orders or the shopping orders. And I know you're like, well, you just said, but that's only for incentives, okay? Batch orders aren't terrible if you're in a really slow zone. Let's go back to the incentives, for example. If you're in a slow zone, 9 times out of 10, if Spark sends you an incentive for, okay, complete 12 trips and get an extra $100, if you're in a really slow zone, you're not going to reach 12 trips anyway that day. So you might as well go ahead and complete your shopping orders and your batch orders to at least make some money that day. So that's how you maximize your earnings. Look at it this way. If you are in a zone with slow stores and high driver volume, would you rather wait at a store for over an hour for, let's say, a trip that's going to give you, $12 to $20? Or would you rather complete a shopping trip, where you actually go into the store, do the shopping for the customer, and then deliver it to their house? And I know that the shopping trips, I've never accepted a shopping trip for more than like $30. They're always at least $30. And if they are in the 20s, that's only because the customer is only asking for like 5 things, okay? But I know the highest shopping trip that I earned was like $60, okay? Because it was the price of the shopping trip plus the tip that I got from the customer. So again, would you rather be waiting at the store for a $12 to $20 order over an hour? Or would you rather complete a shopping trip and deliver it within an hour and earn $60? Exactly. So that's how you have to look at it, okay? So just to review, deliver in a suburban area, keep an eye out on where you're driving to, you know, the types of items, the amount of items, and all of that stuff when accepting an order. You don't want to accept batch orders during incentive periods. You want to go ahead and cancel an order if it's not ready and go somewhere else and pick up another order. You also want to cancel an order if you've been waiting for more than like 30 minutes for an order, even if it says that it's ready at the store. And you also want to accept those batch and shopping orders if you are in a really slow zone with high driver value. So all of those are ways in which you can increase your earnings and maximize your earnings and save a lot of time in money, because we know gas prices are extremely high. So as I'm delivering, I had to, you know, think quick on my feet and kind of, you know, see how I can navigate it. And this is pretty much how I've been doing it, okay? And like I said, I've been doing it over a year now. Last week, I did like $350. And mind you, y'all, I only deliver like Saturdays. Every once in a while, I'll deliver on a Sunday. And if I do it during the week, it's only in the evenings because I have a full-time job, right? So I'll go out maybe from like 6 to 8. Monday through Friday, and then I'll do like a Saturday. And so that's like not even 20 hours a week, y'all. And I'm making over like $400 every single week. So make sure that you implement these strategies because they really, really work. Again, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel. And if this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. But that's it. Like I said, short and sweet. And that's all that I have. So peace. Bye, y'all.